So today I'm going to be making a video about, again, animation. I'm going to be posting gameplays here and there. Don't worry about it. I have a video I wanted to do about the 2020 animation of entertainment and all that, but I kind of scrapped that idea because I've just been held back. And of course, there's not really much of an audience I have right now to entertain. So either way, I'm going to be talking about some of the most annoying cartoon shows out there, and they have been out there for a good 2 years, possibly 1 year, and it all happened at a certain time when Cartoon Network, and this is going to be my main focus here, Cartoon Network, the channel that has been entertaining us for quite some time, and by the time we were turning into, well, that age where we want to get some independence and want to grow out of watching cartoons all day, we want to basically make our own money. This is generally that time. Cartoon Network was at a certain time in the late 2010s, somewhere around there. I wouldn't say 2010s, late 2010s. I would say like around 2014, 15 maybe. There were these cartoons called Almost Naked Animals or Hero 108, and there was this one show that I really hated. And I'm going to get to that. But first, I'm going to talk about the top 5 most annoying cartoons. Now, there's some cartoon shows that you guys like back in the day. You could find them entertaining. That's great. There's just some shows, in my opinion, and you don't need to take me out on this. It's just in my opinion that I find annoying. Of course, it's because I hated to stick with them, if that makes sense, because all the good cartoon shows left, and now we're stuck with these shows that makes no fucking sense. And sometimes I try to figure out what the fuck their message was to convey to to a child or any other children. So besides that, I don't understand why these shows were even thought of and just put out into the television timeline. I just don't understand. Was it because of desperation? Did they not have enough shows to be made? Were they not finding talent? If anything, they would have found it on YouTube, because there's plenty of good animators out there. I don't know why they had troubles doing it. Either way, yeah, let's do it. Top 5 worst cartoons on fucking Cartoon Network. Let's go. All right, for number 5, we got Scaredy Squirrel. Now, again, first of all, if you want to know why this show is so freaking annoying, don't worry. All you gotta do is just watch this video right here. Okay, you understand where I'm coming from with this? Okay, it's that fucking annoying. I mean, dear God, fuck. I really had a hard time trying to put this part of the clip into this fucking video. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Yeah, so Scaredy Squirrel. This show was in the US by 2011, I believe, and it was fucking awful. I mean, the voice acting of the fucking opening was just terrible. The animation was fine. The characters, the voice acting for the characters was fine, I guess. It's just that they were just a bit obnoxious, okay? And that's why I put this show as like one of the annoying cartoon shows that were out there, because during the early 2010s, like, this was one of those shows that just appeared out of freaking nowhere, and you had to deal with hearing this over and over and over again, wanting to change the channel or turn your television off and just watch YouTube. Hell, that would have been way much better and less cringier than trying to understand what the hell this show had to offer. Scaredy Squirrel based off a fucking book called Scaredy Squirrel. Alright, big fucking surprise right there. So this was a book about a squirrel that was obnoxious. Well, not obnoxious. I mean, more cautious about its surrounding. And it was afraid of almost everything that was involved with nature. This book was just to raise awareness of hazardous things or things to be looking out for when you're out in nature and while you're going in a nature walk or whatever. And which is common because Canada has a lot of views, preservatives, even the Niagara Falls. It's like part of nature. So yeah, of course, there's some things you should be aware of while walking in nature. This show is nothing like that. I don't know why they even called it Scaredy Squirrel. You could have called it anything. I mean, this is not the first show that was in Cartoon Network that had a squirrel involved in it. But dear God, this was the worst one ever. I would never put this show above anything else. This show was just a come and go. It was just terrible. Just come into the fucking timeline of Cartoon Network and then leave because it was unwanted. The viewers are not there. They are, for US viewers, they're not there at all. They're under 1 million. They were just not interested at the show. It was just a mistake that happened by chance, all right? This show had a chance to appear on Cartoon Network. I'm guessing that the viewers did not want to watch the show at all because all of the viewers are literally gone. They are nowhere to be found. When you go to Canadian viewers, there were some, and when you go to the second season, and if you do your research on Wikipedia, there. But the problem is, they didn't like the show that much. That's why it didn't do so good. So Scaredy Squirrel was just not that type of show. It was just unrelatable, and it tried to be funny, but it's just ridiculous. I really hate this show. It's fucking garbage. Wait, I'm not done yet. I haven't got on this fucking love interest yet. There's this trout that likes the main character, and again, that is, I'm sorry, the character design is so fucking awful. Oh my God, it's just, what the fuck made you guys think that this show would do so well? It's barely there. The US viewers barely there. They're gone. They're gone. They're not there. They didn't even pay attention to the show. If you didn't know this show exists, congratulations. I fucking figured it out. And sadly, this has been part of my fuck. And I forgot about his stupid ass friend, the skunk. What the fuck? Like, seriously, I don't understand. This show is terrible. I mean, it had a copy of SpongeBob for some reason now. I mean, it's just a skunk. And for some reason, he's stupid. Yeah, that's great. Just add in a stupid sidekick every fucking time you create a show. Just add in a stupid sidekick. Your show will be iconic. Yeah, turns out it's not. It only lasted for like 3 years. Fucking awful. Alright, what happens when you run into a bunch of animals that are shaved off and wearing lingerie for some reason? You get almost naked animals. Now, this show was made for kids, and that's fucking fine. The only problem is, why are they almost naked? Why are they wearing lingerie? Why does a duck have nipples? I don't understand. This show was from Canada, obviously, because this is abnormal, and I don't think anybody would come up with an idea that's as crazy as this. But yeah, Canada is filled with a bunch of creative motherfuckers out there, alright? They made this show. They've gotten awards, right? But the problem is, they weren't appealing to the American audience at all. It's just something weird. It's like if you started a show off from, like, let's say you're Canadian, right? And you start a show off in the US, would it be popular just as how you would done it with Danny Antonucci, how he made Ed, and Eddie? I just don't know. Why are these shows so fucking bad? They're terrible. Why do they have terrible ratings? I mean, the point I'm trying to say is that this show wasn't really that good. There was this one scene that was disturbing with a dog eating relish. That's disturbing on its own. I wonder where he got this relish from. Where did this show even come from? There's this duck that has nipples for some reason. Again, I don't know why. Why would they bring that up? There are aquamarine animals that have nipples for some reason, and they have fucking hair. Narwhal, a fucking character that's from the sea that has hair. Why do all these fucking animals are mammals for some reason in this show? That makes no sense. You're literally fucking up the intelligence of the children that literally learn at school about animals. And now they're probably gonna ask, why do octopus have hair? Why do narwhals have hair? Why do most animals in this show have hair? Even though predominantly these animals are fucking mammals. It doesn't make any sense. The main character of the show, right? The plot of the show is called, the main character is called Howie, alright? He has a sister, a poodle, that has a 5-star hotel. He has a shitty hotel, Howie. and with his friends and a love interest, which is the sloth as well. There's the rabbit, there's the narwhal guy who's an entertainer, the octopus who's an attendant at the front desk, and the duck who maintenance this shit. It's fucking terrible. Think about it this way, alright? You're an adult, you have a kid. Would this be the first fucking show you would put on for your kids to watch? I don't think so. This is beyond freaky, alright? I'm done. Alright, so have you guys ever wondered if there was a cartoon show out there where the main character would be turned out to be a sidekick at some point, or learns to be a sidekick, has a super awesome life living in a mansion, kind of like Batman, right? Well, you're wrong. The only closest thing to that is Sidekick. This fucking show, number 3, by the way, this fucking show has been the most annoying, the most red herring fucking show I've ever seen in my life. This show had so much positivity. It had a first impression at first, but then it just fucking shitted on your face. It spat at your mouth like, ha 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 ha. You watching my fucking show, hoping that this main character would be something awesome. No, he gets shitted on. He's stupid as fuck. He doesn't know any better, and he doesn't progress. This show had something to deal with. Unlike an anime such as My Hero Academia, where we see this character actually, hold on, my heater's on, where we see the character actually progress and make a perfect example out of himself as somebody who wants to develop. Even though not everybody's rooting for the main character Midoriya of My Hero Academia, that's perfectly fine. This, however, has everybody shitting on the main character no matter what, and it's terrible. It's fucking awful. Yeah, Sidekick. Let's review this show. So where do we begin with the show? Alright, so first of all, we have this main character called Eric. He's a pencil-pushing fuck. He doesn't know what's good for him. All he does is basically fail at everything he fucking does. He's supposedly supposed to be a new sidekick for Maxim Man. Alright, Maxim Man is a piece of shit. Alright, and let's not get this wrong. Alright, this guy is like the epitome of fucking Incredible meets fucking Superman. Alright, he's just that wannabe fucking fucking All Might. Alright, he's like that guy that you're supposed to praise, right? Fuck him. Alright, seriously, this guy is a piece of shit. Just look at this video right here about how to become a sidekick.
You like to save lives while a hero takes all the credit?
Thank you, Maxim Man!
Fuck you, bitch, I hate you!
Then you've got what it takes to be a sidekick! Welcome to the Sidekick Academy, the school of tomorrow, today! At the Academy, you'll receive rigorous physical training. You'll also utilize the latest super training technique.
And what's fucked up about this is that our poor man Eric has to be subjugated to this piece of shit. He's like, he looks up to this motherfucker. All right, so Eric is the next upcoming sidekick, I think. And the sidekick for Maxim Man right now is basically a fucking maid, and he's just doing everything he can to basically please this piece of shit. So Eric has 3 friends: Vanna, Kitty, and Trevor. Trevor is awesome as fuck. He's voiced by Christian Potenza. I don't know about the others, but besides that, Christian Potenza, he voiced basically almost every single fucking Canadian cartoon show out there. All right, this guy is fucking amazing. I mean, the way he dressed, I have a problem with it. It makes him look like some type of weirdo, some type of homeless man. But I don't expect him to look like the best dude of all time. All right, he could rock out, do whatever he wants. Dudes make money. He also voices that the Chris, the Total Drama Island guy. Yeah, he voices him as well, and he voices Jude from 16. So this dude is like fucking awesome. He has a great voice for like one of those surfer rock dudes, like oh, that type of dude. But no, but the fact that this guy voices, he just voices this character alone. I mean, I think he stands tall when it comes to Canadian cartoons.
Eric, baby! Say hello to your new agent! Me! Now give me 10% of everything you own!
Terrible in... Oh, I said horrible. Terrible in ratings. 4.2 out of 10 in IMDb. I don't know if this is even a credible source, but the problem is that this show doesn't have that much background when it comes to showing episodes of what I want to show you guys of how terrible this show is. Alright, listen, you want to watch a show, right? It's about a sidekick. Heroes versus villains, right? For some reason, this motherfucker Eric goes to a fucking school that teaches villains and heroes, I guess. I never got my pinpoint into that. But the problem is that when you go to the school that Eric goes to, which his friends also goes to, the fucking principal looks like a main villain, alright? No cap. Like, I don't understand that. And the fact that that's a thing really makes me scratch my head. Like, what is this show? Like, what was the point of making this? Eric is a troublemaker, alright? He should be more of a villain than he is a stupid ass sidekick for heroes. When you think about heroes and villains, you expect something that has something to do with action, something that has to do with drama. No, this show just sucks ass at doing that. It doesn't have that. It doesn't fit well. You can't put a show that's supposed to be about action and then comedy and then fuse them together and expect them to work when you have a low budget animation to make them look like a bunch of dumbass, like, they just look so stupid. They look stiff as hell. The action doesn't look good, alright? It's not supposed to look like a fucking action show. It's supposed to look like a comedy show. So why would I watch something that looks like it's made for comedy? You know what I mean? Like, there's no cool fights, there's no cool animation, there's nothing drawn into this. This is like small budgeting. And the fact that this show does so fucking awful at gaining an audience, this is probably why. This is why I made up this Hero 108 big deal about how they just show a bunch of sportsman comedy section of its season. Then when they merge to the second part of the whole entire plot of the show, where they're trying to get the animals with the humans, you know, in Hero 108, they started getting into the action. That's the problem with this show. This show is a turn down. It doesn't show you it doesn't show you anything. It doesn't really show that much action. It doesn't show a lot of drama. It doesn't show a lot of anything. It's just trying to make you laugh, and it's fine, but you can't mix action into comedy sometimes. The animation is kind of poor and it's kind of low budgeted. It's kind of like when Teen Titans Go try to replace Teen Titans for all these years. Jesus Christ. Again, this show is just fucking awful. Everybody just hates this guy. Eric is like the hated and the main character. That gets annoying from time to time. I don't know about you guys, but this show doesn't really cherish a spotlight in the animation industry. It really just sucks ass. And the fact that it continued on for like 9 years after being only aired in 2010 or 2013, 17, I don't know. It's still being aired from till 2019, and then they just stopped from there.
Freezing! And why is my skin all blue? Am I gonna shrink to 3 apples high?
Well, duh, Eric. Snow is cold.
So this retard knows nothing about snow.
Anyway,
nothing at all. This guy, this show is ass.
Huzzah?
Look at how he runs.
Seriously,
oh my fucking
why do we
God.
hang out with him?
Jesus. This show is just boring as fuck to watch. If you want to cringe your ass off, go watch this show. But again, there is nothing to expect out of this. I thought there was something cool. Nothing cool about this at all. I'd rather watch Robo Boy. Fuck this show. There's a lot of shows out there that cringes the shit out of me. And one of these shows are called the Powerpuff Girls. Now, this is number 2 in the spot because this show lacks a lot of shit. Unlike the other shows that I've shown in the past, of this video, Scaredy Squirrel, Almost Naked Animals, fucking Sidekick, they're fine, alright? They've got at least animation on their side. They have their own unique quirk, alright? This show, in general, has a fucking problem with its animation. It doesn't look anything like the last Powerpuff Girls. There's a lot of fucking issues with this. First of all, they got rid of the characters that usually was in the show, alright? For some reason, they got rid of Ms. Vaughn. I don't know why. She wasn't in the show at all. There were just additional voice actors in the show. The animation was terrible. They try to be more modern with the fucking animation by adding twerking for some reason. Why was that even added in there? It's not something kids should be doing, but for some reason they thought that they should be showing it to kids. I don't know how fucking Craig McCracken, my bad. David McCracken. So I don't know how Craig McCracken had anything to do with this show, but I don't know how he was even able to greenlight this show. It was just so bad. Like, there were so many parts that I wanted to cringe about, and you didn't find that in the old Powerpuff Girls. No, it was genuine. It was unique in its own way. This, however, is unexcusable. I don't know what it is. I feel like Craig lost it or some point. Like, maybe the touch isn't there anymore. This show was supposedly to, bring back the reboots of the Cartoon Network originals, the Golden Age. But however, this is a representation of why reboots cannot be posted back on Cartoon Network. This show in general is fucking ass. It makes no fucking sense. The voice actors, they're there, all right? They're there for the fucking 3 main characters. Problem is, there's so many other characters that I fucking hate looking at. I want to fucking vomit. They're not even good characters at all. There's nothing to watch out of this show. Nothing to appreciate. The ratings have dropped from this show alone. This reboot of a cancer-ass show. I do not recommend watching this shit at all, even though everybody has put their eyes on this show at some point in their lives. Do not watch this show. Oh, and by the way, remember Chloe from Fairly Oddparents? Yeah, they're trying to do some brand new shit by adding a new character into the fucking show. This was greenlit. I don't know what was the point of that, but it was pretty ass. And I really hate the fact that Craig McCracken had to be associated with this garbage. But he made a lot of good shows. Dexter's Laboratory, he was a writer for. He was a good creator for. He was a great creator. He made Foster's Home, Imaginary Friends, Wonder Over Yonder, fucking spectacular. All right, he basically made our childhood. But this show in general is one of those failures, one of those mistakes that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Honorable mentions. I would talk about Uncle Grandpa, but Uncle Grandpa is basically something. It's something good. It's not something bad. It's okay. It has a lesson. Unlike these cartoon shows, at least Uncle Grandpa could give you advice in life sometimes, or just give you a funny episode to watch. And again, it's whimsical and funny at its own pace. So why the fuck would I hate that? The only part of Uncle Grandpa I would hate about is basically how dumbfounded he sounds. But in fact, that this character is basically voiced by the same voice actor from Patrick from SpongeBob. That's great. So yeah, that's a good thing. Another honorable mention would be Problem Solvers. Okay, this show does not deserve any recognition at all. People have bashed this cartoon show for the entirely drug trip piece of crap animation cartoon show it has been. And Cartoon Network has given the punishment of never airing this piece of shit pilot ever again. I don't care if anybody says otherwise. This show was a piece of shit, and I hope to God I will never see it in my entire life. Last but not least, Clarence. Listen, Clarence is like a family show, alright? If anything, I feel like this show has more to give than all these other cartoon shows combined. Well, I mean, it's up there with Uncle Grandpa. Again, Cartoon Network had this experimental trial. This is basically what this era was called. The experimental trial of giving out cartoon shows, getting a feel out of the audience, focusing on demographics and the analytics, and coming to the conclusion of none of these shows actually being, relatable enough. But then again, the honorable mentions, besides Problem Solvers, Uncle Grandpa and Clarence, back to back, these guys were holding their own. The only problem is they have annoying characters behind the the anatomy of the show. And that's fine. That's what it was meant to be. A cartoon show made for kids, to have adults somehow connected with it, because parents always want to find a way to connect with their children. And of course, that would probably lead me to the one cartoon show that I have left on the #1 spot, and that is Teen Titans Go. Yeah, this show's annoying, alright. Let me start by saying this. Cyborg, when he takes off his head, he for some reason has limbs for like the inner wires inside of his body, and he gets to walk around. That is not canon. And the fact that you were able to put that in there because you're trying to make him look like a comical character, yeah, fuck you. Also, Robin is a Lord simp, alright? He is a simp for Starfire. He's so much of a simp that he would do anything just to get with Starfire. He never tried hard that much in the original show, but thank you for adding that there. Raven, she's a fucking weirdo. For some reason, she likes teeth. And yeah, and she has a character about her fucking legs. I thought this was a kid's show. Also, Beast Boy, he's fine. He's been the same character. It's amazing how he stays true to his character, but you fucking bashed the fuck out of the series like it was nothing. So thank you for that. Out of the crazy drama series that was so serious, you decide to put this fuck ass show on. Besides DC Superhero Girls. Now, alright, there was a time back in the day where Cartoon Network had the decision. Should we launch DC Superhero Girls or should we launch Teen Titans Go? Teen Titans Go has much of a record of itself alone, given the title, just without the G-O at the end of it. So, thank God that Teen Titans Go aired. I mean, see what the fuck they got me doing? Thank God that Teen Titans aired back in the day, because thanks to that bullshit, thanks to the good ratings, thanks for the great, positive, influential messages that this show had to offer, they gave us Teen Titans fucking Go. DC Superhero Girls, nobody probably ever heard of the Batgirl, alright? Let's be honest, the demographic isn't so much of, you know, when you bring up action, it's not so much of girls that they're worried about. But the thing is, this could have given opportunity to increase the overall, because the thing is, Powerpuff Girls was so fucking bad. Why not put in a show that's something that has to deal with actual fucking teens going through high school doing superhero work? That's a good show on its own. Why the fuck do we need a stupid comic low budget animation version of a show that showed so much character development? Teen Titans Go is a joke, okay? There's nothing good about this show. It's bad. The characters are annoying. They're loud as fuck. They've never been this way at all. They were just like you and me, the viewers. But of course, they wanted to shit on that and go ahead and put Teen Titans Go, which is fine, alright? Do whatever y'all want. I know you guys made a movie, alright? Robin pushing Bruce Wayne's parents into the alley to get shot. Funny, haha, alright, great. They try to bring up another movie where they go for Teen Titans, whatever the fuck it's called. I wasn't going for it, alright? They were trying to bring back the old ones and put the new ones side by side into one fucking film. I don't give a fuck, alright? You guys messed up big time. And it took you this long just to put in DC Superhero Girls, which nobody heard of. And it was a whole alternate universe. Way more creative than Teen Titans Go. But for some fucking reason, you wanted to put in Teen Titans back in the fucking screen. You wanted to bring back... And then the DC Universe had the fucking audacity to bring back the Teen Titans. Why? I don't know. But it's ass. Stop. Stop. Please stop. You guys did okay with Harley Quinn in their own show. That's fine, because we never heard of these characters before, and I'm pretty much sure none of the younger demographic has ever heard of these characters before. So thank God that they've created a show that is for adults named Harley Quinn, and it's a good animation show. It was a good start. It was a good fucking, like, it had all the writers put their heads into it. This show, however, has the voice actors, Teen Titans Go, has the voice actors of that show just don't want to be associated with that. They didn't even want to do the fucking show. The problem is because they've done so much with Teen Titans that they fucking bashed this show with a goddamn shovel. hoping it will be buried 6 feet under and never brought back up. But for some reason, they felt like it was appropriate. No idea why. What was the point? We already went through this. We've already seen what happened. Starfire gets with Robin, alright? By the last fucking movie of Teen Titans. Like, there wasn't a movie beforehand, but like Teen Titans Teen Titans going to Tokyo, right? Trouble in Tokyo. That movie, yes, that signified at the end that Starfire and Robin got together. Fine, that's great. They made a child. The child's fucking character sucks ass. And I'm not talking about because she's fat. It's just that she just has this character that's against, like, everything. And it's the opposite of what we want. Teen Titans Go isn't that type of show anymore. It wasn't ever that type of show. Teen Titans was a show of character development, of people actually bringing like so much character, so much boldness, so much everything. Like, it's an inspiration on its own. What Teen Titans Go was just annoying piece of shit skit cartoon blah 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 bullshit. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but however, it is what it is. So again, Teen Titans Go, a very annoying ass show if you really think about it. Alright, as I said previously before the video even started, these are just my opinions. These shows came in a dark time where Cartoon Network tried to go experimental, grab shows from Canada and put it into the US demographic, which didn't work out at all. Some of these shows didn't become popular. One of them in this list actually became popular, and that is Teen Titans Go. Either way, they did have some type of nostalgia. They were back in the day where Hero 108 was a thing, and the early 2000s is just not like during the early 2000s, but like during the 2010-ish era. That's all I want to call it. But yeah, those were the ages where Cartoon Network tried to go experimental and try these shows out, but they didn't come to fruition. They didn't have a place in Cartoon Network, so they ended up leaving. And yeah, it sucks, but hey, I wouldn't disagree with them. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I mean, the video. Sorry about that. Yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoy my list, and of course, if you have anything you want to say, yeah, just put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. I make videos like this all the time. I talk about cartoon shows, and I basically review them just for, you know, the entertainment of it, and it really is entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, this is Lazystone, and I'm out.